So, I don't even know what to say. The crypto markets are doing what the crypto markets were not supposed to do in quarter four. And we are all here to simply live in the story. Right now, Bitcoin is at $88,000. And there is a certain entity which has been dumping the living bananas. We're keeping it PG friendly at this point. The kids are watching. They're dumping the living bananas out of Bitcoin. I want to go over that and more in today's news update, of course. I'm joined here by my co-host, Michael. He is a big-time crypto bro from the 17s and before, and he's here to tell us all about the fact that times were better back in 2017.
It definitely was easier. I wouldn't say it was better.
I don't even care about what we have here on the stream. Can you tell us about 2017 and how people were around this time in Q4?
It was Bitcoin was, let me see, Bitcoin was at one point like 2,200 or so. And I remember still a lot of my friends were just not into crypto yet. Like you would tell them crypto and they're thinking like, you gambling on an online casino? Like, oh shit, does it have sports betting? Right? Like that was what it was back then.
Which is ironic actually, because the narrative now is prediction markets, which is exactly what they were predicting. That's kind of cool. Interesting.
Because back then, like you have all of these websites where of course you put money into and then you gamble online and stuff. There's online casinos and everything. So like they didn't get the concept of it, but the cycle is very small, I would say. There's not a lot of participants in there. I remember, if you basically had like 5,000 people in your Telegram, you were considered big. These are the big guys, right? Big groups. And these are like official Telegrams and everything. And then afterwards as well, everyone had YouTubes, right? Like they had their company, of course, but CoinMarketCap, I remember there was a screenshot like super early on of like CoinMarketCap where the UX UI was completely different. There was a coin on there called Feather Coin, like probably about like 200 or so cryptos. And then the boom happened, right? Like the whole ICO mania happened, and we shot up to like thousands of coins out of nowhere. But no, I think the cycle was a little bit more simpler back then. You literally had it to where if you had a YouTube video about you, from a YouTube video about you, like you start getting bigger and bigger and everything. Twitter AMAs. There wasn't too much in terms of like regular content. Like not a lot of people were really focusing on like the day-to-day of like, hey, Bitcoin's up 100%, Bitcoin's down 2% or so. And there wasn't a lot of news, like institutions, like no one cared too much. Until we started getting more and more traction. I think that once Coinbase started getting into the mix, it made it easier for a lot of people to start buying crypto. And it was easier to just say, hey, download Coinbase or download a wallet. But back then, I remember still having a wallet run on your desktop. There was no easy way around it. What do you mean run on your
desktop? Like what do you mean run?
If you lost, like let's say if the file was corrupt or something, you better pray you wrote down the private the private keys. It was basically you have to, so you run the software, the .exe, and it would have to manually link up to the nodes. So you would have to wait for it to refresh to that block to know that your balance is updated. Compared to now where it's like you just open MetaMask and it's like, cool, the transaction came in and everything. Back then it was more of like, you got to make sure that you synced up to the rest of the nodes to get the accurate data.
Okay. So as someone that's been here for a long time, as you saw, guys, he just told us about 2017, a time before dinosaurs were even born.
Very, very technical.
A time before the dinosaurs. Are we late? Are we late during a time, I want to just show this, where this is the worst Q4 for Bitcoin in 7 years? I mean, you've been through everything. Are we late?
So there's a video. It's actually pretty funny. This
Yeah.
guy literally all he says, so don't buy Bitcoin because one time it went to $1, and then it went to 100,
Oh.
and then it went down to $30, then it went to 1,000, and then it went to 300, and then it went to 3K, and then it went down to 500, and then it went up to 20, it went down, then it went up to 60, then it went down, then it went up to 120, right, and then it went down. So don't buy it because it's gonna go up and then down.
Yeah, wasn't there a guy? He was like, Bitcoin's going to zero. It's going to zero. He was like cursing at people during one of his little mastermind lectures, charging them thousands of dollars to be there just to yap at them about the fact Bitcoin was going to zero. And then I remember Bitcoin went to like $68,000. The guy's like, Bitcoin's still going to go to zero. Eventually it goes down to like 16,000. It's like, oh no, it was at 4,000. It's all over. I'm right. I'm such a genius. Even though it's still up like 5x, and then it goes to $100,000. Crickets. But I bet he'll be back. If we hit like 80K on Bitcoin, he'll be like, yeah, guys, I was right this entire time. It was just a blow off top. Like,
for him, it's basically like the beta play, right? Like,
yeah.
how do you anger? So like it generates views and stuff like that. You anger a community.
You say things that make no sense.
in the 1% that you are potentially right, you then become the biggest clout. It's like people that said, oh, Terra was gonna fall. It's like not a lot of people thought Terra was gonna, like a shit ton of people would have pulled out their money in the beginning, right? But of course it crashed and everything, and a lot of people lost money. So, but the ones that were like, oh, Terra to zero, it's like those guys became like the figureheads for quite some time because they had all the clout because they guessed it correctly. And the risk to it is like, yeah, you can say Bitcoin's going to zero. In the event that it does, you will become the celebrity of the media. In the event that it doesn't, you'll just get hatred. So you'll still, bad PR is still sometimes good PR. So you still get people to listen to you. But no, he was saying that, oh, if you knew what I knew about who created, Bitcoin, you wouldn't be a part of it. And I'm just thinking that Satoshi, whoever they are, I'm pretty sure it's, like some people are saying
it's
one
probably
person,
an entity.
it's a
I'm
group or an
convinced it's a
entity,
group.
right? I'm convinced it's a group as well. There's no one person that's going to kind of take the reins on it. But also at the same time, it's like, who cares? They left, right? Even if they do come back, it's like, then it's them versus us. And hopefully by that time, if it does happen, then we will be prepared. If they're like, hey, we just came back and we decided to say, screw it, we're gonna sell all 1 million Bitcoin. It's like, cool, we'll buy it. Thank you. Because then that makes it even stronger. Because now there's no hidden, there's like no Trojan horse, right? That 1 million Bitcoin, where is it at? If Satoshi never comes back, cool, it's there as a potential inflation. But if he doesn't, then it's potential inflation. If he does, then cool. We'll see if we weather it or whatever will happen with it. But I think that now big institutions are coming in. They just look at it in terms of inflation. It's more supply to the float.
And the storm's here. The storm's been just like railing me for the past, 44 days. Well, we have to do a counter on the stream. We have to make a counter on the top right of the stream that just shows how long we're just getting straight railed. It's like, I didn't expect this at all. I didn't think we were going to 88K. I thought we bottomed. I was fully convinced that we were going to have a big change. But then there was a certain entity that decided to rug everyone. The feds. The feds were saying, oh, we're definitely going to be doing a bunch of interest rate cuts, and we're going to be doing this for sure. And now they're just like, politics. We care about politics more than our economy. So we're thinking of not doing this change. All of a sudden, there's a 70% chance of no change. I didn't think in any universe this was even remotely possible. I mean, this wasn't even my radar. I didn't think it was possible for no change to happen in December. Because we really need it. We really need it right now. And I think everybody in the stock market agrees too. The boomer companies are the only companies that are doing well. The Dow Jones is cooking. It's doing fine, but no one trades the Dow Jones. I mean, I guess if you're like a boomer, you trade the Dow Jones, but everybody trades the NASDAQ, the technology stocks, the technology companies. So this is really bad because those companies aren't doing well right now. So if I'm looking at that, I am just, I don't even know what to say. I don't want
Dude,
to be
imagine
bearish, but man, it's tough.
the inverse right now. Like the trader, whoever caught that inverse, it's like they just made a crap ton of money. You know, guessing that, hey, look, there's gonna be no decision in December, right? Because it just literally flipped.
It
I think it
did.
was today, right? Yeah, it literally flipped
It was
today,
today.
right? From 40% to what, 60%? So it's
30.
literally,
Yeah.
you know, they're able to almost double their money from that.
Hey, there's always a winner in this story. It's just
I
like
mean,
over a long
we'll
enough
never
time
know.
frame, the Bears always lose. They always lose because inflation's still a thing. Economies are still growing. At least they aren't right now. I don't know if they'll grow forever. And yeah, it's easier to be a bull. It will always be easier to be a bull. There's only one coin in the market in my entire portfolio, and I've been telling Michael this for a bit, that has been green. So I guess we have to highlight it because we all have to be optimistic about something. A lot of my coins are not doing well, but one of them that just doesn't care about the bear market that's currently going on right now is Zcash. I mean, this chart is insane. We have gone down, I think, like $10,000 on Bitcoin, and this is the chart that we're looking at
More. We were
from
at
when it
what?
was there. From when it was there.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
no, yeah, no, you're right. Like Bitcoin's gone down, what, 30%, which 30% is the technical limit for categorizing a bear market. If the stock market goes down 30%, we are in a bear market. So if you apply the same rules to Bitcoin, then technically we are in a bear market, even if it's very short lived, right? We're still in a bear market. So despite all that, Zcash does not care at all. I mean, these privacy coins are just cooking right now. It is absolutely insane. Now, I have along on one of my other accounts, and I'm like, okay, this is going to work out for us because if this coin has survived throughout whatever in the world is going on in the crypto markets, then we're probably good to go if we ever do get a recovery. Now, the odds of a $75,000, $78,000 Bitcoin is very real right now. Very real. I still remember it wasn't even a long time ago. It was a week ago. A week ago, people were doing poly market bets on whether or not Bitcoin would go under $100,000 this year. The odds were not good for it going under. And here we are at $88,000. It looks like it's going to go lower.
You just said something that, like, Bitcoin's price, whoever was able to guess it at that time and they went in with size, I want to follow their wallets.
Oh, there was so much manipulation.
There had to be some insiders.
100%. There was a pre-sale for a coin. I don't have the name off the top of my head. I know this happened on Polymarket. You guys can look into it if you want to. I don't have the name, so I'm not going to say it by name. But there was a coin on Polymarket that had a pre-sale. And so people bet on the amount of capital that
Monad
was committed. Was it Monad? Are you sure?
Monad,
I don't think it was.
They're betting on FDV of how much.
No,
the
it wasn't
FDV
FTV. It's a different coin. They were betting on the amount of money committed to the sale. So you know how you can like over
Mega ETH, I think Mega ETH or whatever.
Maybe. But pretty much what happened was for most of it, there wasn't a lot of money allocated. There were maybe like a couple $1 million. And so the odds for, like 50, 60, 100 mil was very, 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 very low. And then all of a sudden, Whales bought, I think it was like $20 million worth of poly market yeses on like 100 mil. And in the last couple hours, they hit that. They hit the 100 mil and cashed the hell out. I don't think it was Mega ETH, so I don't want to give any shade to Mega ETH, but it was one of those projects, and I think it did start with an M. So, like, if you're all in on this poly market, betting market thing, don't do it in the crypto. There are so many people that think that just because it started in crypto, that means that this is the most efficient way of doing betting markets. But no, I don't at all think that betting markets are going to work in crypto because the crypto markets are too easy to manipulate, way too easy to manipulate. Insiders are just rampant, and it's only going to be worse with stuff like poly market, in my opinion.
People are like, remember the time where I think Trump said that he was going to start banning people that were in the House and the Senate to basically like own stocks and stuff like that, like participate in the stock market. And I literally was like, dude, people are just going to like, everything that was hidden is just going to be then converted onto on-chain, right?
Right.
But like the prediction markets are going to fly from this, because you think about it in terms of, hey, if we know where a particular FTV of a token is going to launch at, and there's a bet for it, and there's like 6 million in liquidity on there, and there's probably a 1% chance you'll probably win it, you'll take that whole 99% up. Let's go. Right? It's just going to make more stuff happen on chain. But the thing is, like, it's still, it's not private. It's like pseudo privacy, right? Where you don't know who the OX wallet is.
Right.
But technically, it has to be somebody until they offlink and stuff. But the same thing is, like, eventually you'll figure out who it is, and if someone's like, hey, my wallet is nancypelosi.eth, bro.
Well, okay, relax.
The amounts of copy trades I would try to do.
No, there are. I've been getting so many ads for this. There are already trackers for politicians going out and disclosing their stock picks. Because they have to disclose.
They're all delayed though.
They're all delayed, but people are still doing that, and they're aping into it, and they're making a killing. Because
Yeah.
they're like, the insiders are trading, so fuck it. Might as well go ahead and just copy trade them. It feels like all markets are just all copy traders. Well, yeah, the generational entry. You'll never get a better entry than Nancy Pelosi.
You'll never get the Nancy entry.
I just saw a comment on my X, and I thought it was very interesting, so I'm just going to feature it here on the stream. I was going to pull this up anyway. It was talking about the fact that Polygon is probably going to hit like an all-time low today. Dude, it's at 14 cents. I know you did a lot of stuff for Polygon, but these are the facts. They announced a massive banking partnership, and I was like, dude, in 2021, if this happened, the price of Polygon would have gone up like 7,000%. something ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, but no one cares anymore. And then also on the other side, it's like crypto in 2010. I like this guy's comment. Banks are bad. Crypto in 2025. Yes, finally banks listed my token. Like, he's kind of right? He's kind of cooking with this one. Even if it's AI, this guy's cooking.
It's like, finally, it's like, first it was when Binance, and then after a while, it's like,
please no Binance.
All right. Please no Binance.
Alpha.
and then after a while, it's like, okay, when Coinbase, and then same thing. No, please no Coinbase. Everything dumps right when it gets on there. And then now it's like, oh, Fidelity loves me. Oh yes,
yeah, Fidelity
please.
loves me. You know who else loves all of us?
And then BlackRock loves me. All of a sudden,
yeah, BlackRock loves all of us. BlackRock loves all of us. I was looking for a thumbnail to put on this video, and I was just like, this literally looks like we're all just getting railed.
You see what it looks like?
Just look at what it looks like. I don't even need to say it. I'm not gonna say it. But this is the inflows into Coinbase, which we all know why an ETF would have inflows en masse during a time where crypto's going down. They are selling so much Bitcoin. They dumped $523 million worth of Bitcoin. The highest daily outflow the IBIT ETF has ever seen. Ever seen. So, yeah, we are getting railed, and they aren't even trying to hide it.
It's I couldn't keep it serious. Look at the whole green. It literally shoots, right? It's like,
yeah, just shooting.
And we're just sitting there taking it. Right?
We're not a serious channel. We are not a serious channel. Our industry is going. Maybe he's right. Maybe Bitcoin is going to zero. What is this chart?
You look at the bubble maps, and it literally tells you what's happening. You're getting. It's happening to you.
They're doing it, and they're just showing it to the world.
And it's like they place it onto Coinbase, and it's kind of funny, because I was actually looking at the chart earlier.
Dude.
And literally, even for me, I was like, all right, this is the time where it's gonna pivot. We're probably gonna bounce. Okay, so we jumped from like 91 up to like it was a quick burst. It was like $1,000, $1,500 up, and I was like, okay, now we're gonna start pushing onto it, right? Just literally straight red every single time, and I was like, holy hell! That it actually caught me offside. So I have to now do my whole buy the
I'm
dip,
gonna
dip,
save
dip,
this.
dip, dip,
I'm
dip,
saving
dip,
this
dip, dip
image,
strategy.
man. It's so funny. I'm saving this image. We have to make an intro video featuring all the stupid images in crypto, like the Squid Games coin and all those. And this is definitely gonna be one of those. This
Bro.
historic, guys, historic. We're all getting railed.
The day BlackRock showed us their BlackRock.
Showed us their BlackRock. The government's also rugging us. It's not the first time they've rugged us. This is really interesting. Listen, I was not an adult during 2013. I'm a Zoomer. So I don't know what happened the last time this happened, but apparently the U.S. Labor Department announced that they're canceling the October jobs report. They don't even want to tell us. They don't want to tell us if people got unemployed this month. They're just like,
it's probably because
it is
of
what
the
it is.
data. They're like, hey, we had government shutdown. I gotta catch up on work, so
Yeah, they're like, I'm good.
I'm gonna delay this a little bit.
No, they're saying they're not going to do it. They're canceling it. They're just like, I'm good. I'm not doing this.
I think they're pushing it to.
Are you sure?
Be incorporated, yeah, because of the government shutdown and everything. Like they don't. Jerome Powell's favorite thing is like we don't have the data yet. You know, like they never have the freaking data.
Yeah. Well, for the first time since 2013, we're not getting a jobs report, which is pretty terrifying to me. That is a very interesting thing, to say the least.
It's at like the pivotal moment too. It's literally I sometimes feel like some of these
all done on
things
purpose.
are it has to, because at a very pivotal moment to where it's like, hey, you have really high institutional demand for an asset that's brand new, that like entering into the financial sector, and it's like people are like Michael Saylor's buying like crazy. So what do? You bring a lot of uncertainty, a lot of doubt. You kind of make it to where the markets are going to be a little bit shaky so that they can get in better entries, and later on just like, hey, look, we're good now, let it run.
Yeah, you weren't here yesterday. We might conspiracy hat on. I'm a crypto bro, so conspiracy hat on. So I saw the fact that Brazil was tightening their crypto regulations. So they might do extra taxes on some crypto-based assets. I found that so interesting, because Brazil is part of a certain entity called BRICS. And BRICS does not want the US to be the dominant currency. And so what the entire administration and the government has been positioning for is cryptocurrency to be the next frontier. And so they want to add as much friction as possible. And so if we're doing conspiracy hat stuff, 100% I think that other countries that are against the US dollar are trying to manipulate crypto in a way that's going to delegitimize it. And so I'm all for these conspiracies, because I think that's exactly what's happening here. I think BRICS is conspiring against crypto. How many times did China ban crypto? How many times did they ban crypto, man?
God. Since 2017, like I guess like 100 times.
700 times.
And like every single time it's like, dude, it's like every other week. You have a news announcement. It's like, China has banned crypto. It's like, cool, all right. We drop like 10%, and then the next thing is like, oh, ban crypto again. All right, cool. We dropped 5% or so. We pump 20% the next week, and it's like, oh, China bans crypto, and it's like, bro, give us a break. Like, this is old news, man. Old news. Chill.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin has died a lot of times. It is not good. Peter Schiff has called Bitcoin dying over 20 times. Warren Buffett said 8. We got some big boys here. Jamie Dimon, wasn't he rizzing crypto last month?
So I still remember
he flip-flopped. He's definitely bullish now.
One of the big crashes in crypto was actually because of him. We shot up from like 3,000 all the way up to like $5,000 for Bitcoin. And he came out and he was like, if any analyst was trading Bitcoin, you will be fired. And like Bitcoin is a scam and everything. And we literally dropped, to hit our bear market again. I think we dropped all the way down to like 2,000 something, whatever.
India.
It was crazy amount of drop. And then we found out that he and his firm and his analysts and traders were one of the main firms buying Bitcoin at the time.
Interesting.
So he came out to FUD the bag because he didn't have an entry.
Yeah.
To buy it. And then afterwards, it was like, cool, chilling.
Yeah, he was on a panel. I mean, he said, we're going to be using stablecoins. We're going to be doing this. I feel like all these banks are just going to make their own stablecoin, right? Or there's going to be a government-backed stablecoin they're all going to use. Are you
Because
convinced?
they already have
This
a
is
lot
for
of
XRP
liquidity.
fam. This is for XRP fam. Do you think it is realistic for RLUSD to be the dominant stablecoin for banking? Or are governments just going to make their own stablecoins that these banks are going to use?
So I think that the banks right now, what do they have that is in excess? They have a crap ton in deposits, right? So they have a lot of USD. So for them, they would rather, instead of going into Ripple, they would rather create their own. It's because they already have their own infra of like the regular banking world. So for them, they just spin it up and say, hey, it's just blockchain added on there. But the thing is, it allows them to deposit cash that they already have and basically multiply their order books. Think of it this way. If you have $1 billion and now you have $1 billion loan commitment to the blockchain and say, hey, look, we're loaning this $1 billion to create $1 billion in stable coins, and then you issue out the stable coins and everything, you now have a $1 billion basically debt, right? Because this is a loan that you're sending over. So you're basically washing out that money.
Yeah.
I mean, there is some financial tactics with it and stuff like that, but just think of it as like you're taking it from one pocket and placing it in the other. But it's helping you make more money off of it. And I think that it's the notable thing. If XRP is to, I mean, if XRP is to become like the middle rail with it, I do see it in terms of between banks. So for example,
Right.
like Wells Fargo for sure is not going to work with JP Morgan, right? They're gonna be like, we're gonna make our own thing. We're gonna make our own thing. But the middleman, the one that's able to facilitate between both sides, is going to be still profitable. So I think that that's where they'll shine, especially with settlements. And now that it's looking at like, hey, there's 500 different banks around the world from each different country and everything, XRP could shine from there, right? To
Yeah.
help them with settlement swaps. Think of it as like the FX market and stuff, and settlements market for T+3.
Makes sense. Yeah. From my POV, I did a very a deep dive into these like ISO 2022 coins. These are like compliant coins that meet pretty much what all these governments and banks are trying to use. It just meets whatever requirements they're trying to use. And the only way I see all of this coming together is one, they have to be in a network with a ton of liquidity, like an astronomical amount of liquidity. And they also need to have private networks. I do not believe these banks will want to operate in public networks at all. I don't think they will at all.
Because they can't commingle. Like
They can't. They also can't have validators from all over the world, because then other governments can go ahead and tap into their systems and do hostile takeovers. I mean, that's a very real thing. We know the Lazarus Group is actively targeting people. So I'm sure there are other governments around the world trying to do the same thing. So I 150 million% believe that private networks are the only way any of this is going to work. I am not convinced that all of these banks are going to be building out their own layer one blockchains. Maybe they could fork it. Maybe that's a thing. But
I mean, not
something
all
more
of them,
realistic is I am convinced the US government will develop a blockchain of some kind, or use a blockchain that they will be like, okay, this is our blockchain. This is the thing that we're pushing. And they will allow private networks for these banks. These banks will all have their own little private networks with their own little stable coins that could all commingle. But ultimately, they will interact with whatever crypto the US government decides is the big thing. So kind of similar to what you said. But I don't see any other universes happen. So unless the US government decides XRP is that, they're cooked.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin?
So with Bitcoin,
Maybe.
you can, I mean, this was with Lightning Network. It didn't, unfortunately, like not a lot of people use Lightning Network and stuff. But
Yeah.
basically what it does is it allows you to open up, it's called a channel. Basically,
Okay.
just think of it as like you're tuning in your radio, right, from one to one station. And basically, it's like, how do I say this? It's like Hamachi. If you guys ever, if for the gamers out there, if you guys ever used Hamachi, or what's the
Private
other
servers.
one? Yeah, like private servers. You connect to the IP, and you guys are able to talk back to each other and stuff like that. You have it to where you can settle. Like, let's say me and you transact like 1 million transactions back and forth. It doesn't have to be on the Bitcoin blockchain, like every single transaction. You can have it to where you batch transactions, then you settle. So a lot of companies right now, like in the Web2 world, is like the credit card machines.
Yeah.
You go to a restaurant, you pay, like let's say there's 50 transactions for that day or whatever. It gets batched and then it's settled, and then each day is settled separately. So it's just one transaction per day. But you can have it to where all the banks literally just do all of their transactions for that day, batch settle or so. Or if they want to keep it completely private, they can. They could just never settle certain books. So like me and you, we can still transact back and forth within the network. It would just never settle until we close our account.
I understand.
So you can still do it.
So it's like
you can do it
sharding.
with Bitcoin, but it's kind of. Well, yeah, actually, yeah.
Pretty much.
That would be a good
yeah.
analogy, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no one here understands sharding, but hey, listen, that's like an ancient 2021 thing. Nobody talks about sharding in 2025. They talk about sharding. That's something we talk about these days, but you know what? Let's get into that. We have the time. There was a meme coin that actually did pump today, and I was looking into it. Michael was looking into it too, because we have nothing better to do with our day. the official 6-7 coin. What in the world? I didn't know meme coins were running. I thought they all dumped. I thought they all rugged already. But apparently 6-7, guys. I feel old. I feel like a boomer. I'm getting to that age maybe because I don't get it. It doesn't have a meaning. It's just 6-7. What's the meme, guys? Like, can someone explain this to me, please?
I guess it's just, I don't know.
Dude, it doesn't have a meaning.
Some narrative behind it.
The guy that made it literally said it is pointless. He just randomly said it.
Oh yeah, you say that to make sure that you're not. I mean, every coin is pointless, right? So what happens?
No, not the coin. I meant the celebrity that started the trend. Like the actual trend means nothing. It literally means nothing.
Is that Orangey in the freaking picture?
Yeah, it is fucking Orangey. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I think he's like a trading channel or something on TikTok. Look at him go. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the price hasn't moved at all, so I'm assuming all this is just like manipulated whilst trading. I mean, that's what it looks like. So are we bullish?
I mean, who knows?
Fuck no. Fuck no. I'm not bullish on this.
Okay, let's see. Okay, DGen hat on. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. 822K in liquidity. FDV market cap. So is that 20? Let's say 28 mil. Right. The buys and sells. Buys are a little bit more buys than sells. Okay. Right. The volume is still same, which means that you can still cook the volume on the buys. So if your buys
know how PumpSwap works?
Yeah.
There are fees. There are creator fees on all of these coins.
Yeah, and then the creator can just
do nothing.
Yeah, of course.
Nothing.
You launched
He's not gonna buy this coin. Yeah. It's a bunch of scammers. There's a new trend. I want to talk about this. I'm going to talk about this right now. There's a new trend, and I'm not joking. Orangey interviewed this like Captain Crunch PFP guy. and he was like, this 17-year-old made $1 million rugging coins. And ever since he made that video, the new cool thing to do on Solana is to launch rugs. That is the new meta, because there's creator fees. So you just spam coins, and if one of them get traction, you make hundreds of thousands of dollars. So why in the world would I even trade coins anymore? Let me just spam rugs. That's the new thing that people are really genuinely promoting.
That's the old meta. That's the old trenches meta.
It's disgusting. It's just disgusting. And
well,
people,
no, it's the old way of like value extraction, right? Like it just changed.
Let me just launch rugs.
Yeah.
But if there aren't any traders, who's buying? Let me tell you, there are not 16,000 people buying this coin right now. I guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, there's no way there's 16,000 people that have bought this coin in the past day. So
just watch. Look at the transactions.
They're all manipulated.
You'll see a flood that comes in is just straight buys, right? And then you see a flood that comes in just straight sells. But I mean, depending on like how they're doing their volume side. Okay, so for me, what I look at it, I like how they understand that the buys have to be more in terms of numbers than the sells, like 16221 versus 14263. The thing is, for the sells, for the buys, you can literally have buys like $2 and it would count as one, right?
Yeah.
While the sell could be like $15 and it would count as one, and it would equate to the same.
Okay, so maybe this is the other thing. Maybe they know it's gonna get listed on Binance or some big exchange, and they're just like, whatever, guys, let's just crime this. We have nothing better to do. It's the bear market.
Damn,
Isn't that how like PayPay
6,000 makers
became a thing in the first place? Weren't there 2 PayPays on Binance at some point?
There was two.
There
There was two
PayPays. Like, come on, guys.
And the bigger one, the one that you have now, is the one that won.
Yeah, the original PayPay did not win, guys. Unfortunately, it did get listed on Binance too, though. So don't worry, they made sure to look after them. All right, old coins. This is not my realm of expertise at all. But you told me to mention this. After 2 years of design, architecture, and development, we're excited to launch Aave V4 on test. What is V4? How many versions are we making of this thing?
So there was V1.
It's like iPhones.
And then V2. And then V3, and now V4.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the explanation. I appreciate that. So from here on, we'll continue building Aave in public. Why do I care about this? What does this mean?
I don't know what V4 is yet.
Okay.
But basically, they designed a new version. So like let's say, for example, like Uniswap V2 versus V3.
All right.
V3 opened up concentrated liquidity pools. Like Aave in the beginning just had not single-sided, dual-side liquidity. So where single-sided, you actually lend on just one token.
Break it down for the P-brains like me.
Let's see. More features, better features, more ways to potentially make money with it, right?
Great.
They did open up institutional pools, so I'm pretty sure Blackrock is in there somewhere with Aave.
Yeah, and they also made a chain, a uni chain. You were telling me that this thing was going to be like the next spark for a DeFi run. I think the liquidity is running away from Unichain right now, actually. But they did have this major announcement that pumped the coin a lot. Do you know more about that?
No, I didn't follow up on it. I think they were doing something with the emissions distribution or so.
Mm-hmm.
But and then also Amber Group was the one that started acquiring a crap ton of it.
That did nothing for the chart. Nothing. Jeez, they did not care at all. This looks like the Polygon chart. These old coins just aren't getting any love, are they? Look at this.
Uniswap also Uniswap needs to. So in my mind, Uniswap needs to pump because it is the kind of like the poster child for DeFi, right?
Right.
It has to pump in order for the rest of the market to be like, all right, cool. If Uniswap can pump, then we have some action because Uniswap is now ranked 25, right? It's pretty up there. Even if it jumps 15,
it was higher, but
so.
Yeah.
But it is kind of like the big dog.
Well, we pray for Unichain's success because Unichain is not doing well right now. I don't know where they're getting their TVL from, where they're pumping these numbers from, but they got to start pumping them again. This is like a straight line down right now. We'll just pretend that DeFi summer is coming, guys. We'll just look at this chart and we'll say that everything's gonna be perfectly fine. It's all gonna be fine. So, talking about things that are gonna be fine. I mean, man, big bro, man. This guy's just perma long. Don't feel too bad about Big Bro because Big Bro rugged me in the past with his shit coins. But yeah, he got liquidated like bad.
He keeps on getting liquidated.
Yeah. What is
I think
he
he's down
doing?
like 17 mil or so?
Yeah, something like that. Like $17 million. Wow.
He's doing my strategy.
That means he's extracted $17 million from the crypto markets.
I have way more than that.
What was he known for again? He was known for what? Buying NFTs and then selling them instantly and then making scam coins. What else is this guy known for? I don't know.
I actually don't remember.
I just all I know is I got rugged by this guy. So
well, I guess it's karma.
Yeah, it's karma. Karma's a bitch.
Bro, square up, bro. Square up. Look at my drip. Look at my drip.
What is
Ain't got
this?
drip like me.
The most anticipated lot of the evening. Oh, I have to say it in a British accent. All right, let's see how cringe I can be here. No, I'm not even gonna try. It's too cringe.
We're gonna clip this shit.
That's too cringe. It sold for an astonishing $236 million. Holy guac! Look at this. That's
Look at Autism's Capital.
Autism Capital. Great to know money laundering is still well. Yeah, big time. Big time. What the hell is this? It's like it's got some like Chinese dynasty on it, or multiple of it, and then some woman. Who is Elizabeth Lederer? Am I oblivious?
The drip.
The drip, though. It kind of looks like a peepee. Why does everything look like that? All right. Anyway.
Bro, you're looking at the Blackrock chart too much.
I look at the Blackrock chart.
The Blackrock bubble maps.
I didn't think we would get railed so hard, Michael. I didn't plan for this outcome.
No
I mean, good for whoever this was. Whatever, man. Good for them. They just probably bought it from themselves. They probably bought it from themselves. Good for them. We have a Christmas present coming up.
About damn time.
Didn't Trump choose Jerome Powell to be the Fed chair? Wasn't this a thing?
No, I thought he rolled over from the previous administration.
Who appointed
I don't think Trump
Jerome?
can elect because the Fed is a separate entity that's not controlled by it's not governed by the
Check
president.
this out.
I believe.
Donald Trump, apparently, according to AI, which could very well be wrong, nominated him as chair in 2017, and the Senate confirmed the appointment in 2018. And then later, Biden nominated him again for a second term. So the first appointment was Trump.
Yeah.
But bro, he acts like he does not know this man. He's like, you haven't been pumping the damn markets. I want interest rates to be at zero. So, do we know anything about the new guy?
It's kind of like the first term he did well, and then all of a sudden the second one's like, all right, let me show you how to do your job, bro. Like,
yeah, he's like cut to zero. I'm sure there are no ramifications to just cutting everything back to zero. None at all, right? Everything's gonna be fine. We are not in a crisis in any way, shape, or form. Just don't look at the debt. Don't look at our debt, please.
That's never gonna get paid off.
No, it's not. Absolutely not.
Be paid off.
I laughed so hard. It was someone in Russia, some Russian official said that Trump was planning on going all in on crypto to restructure the $30 trillion they have in debt. I was like, dude, come on.
I mean,
that number's only going to go up. It's only going to go up. It's not going to go down.
Restructuring to probably get better terms and rates and stuff. But the thing is, like, debt, if you know how to leverage debt, then
debt is not a bad thing. Debt built the society we live in.
Yeah. Trump loves debt, by the way. Trump loves debt, by the way. So
anyone in business loves debt. Anyone in business loves debt. So hey, maybe 0% interest rates are. Man, I would be so excited for 0% interest rates. I'm waiting for the day interest rates go down to get a house, honestly. But I don't know if I'm getting that.
Though.
I don't think we're getting it. It's just every time I think there's gonna be a cut, I get this. I just get cucked. I'm like, should I just bite the bullet? They announced, what was it, 50-year
mortgage.
Mortgages. Yeah, that's what it was. Don't you own a house? Tell me your opinion on that. Because 30 years might have seemed like a lot. 30 years might have seemed like a lot at the time, but everybody does it.
I mean, you're paying more over time for the house because it's 20 years additional, right? So, yeah, of course, you're paying more. But the thing is, if you're locked in and inflation is going to go higher within those 20 years, it's basically like you're betting that it's either going to go down or inflation is going to go rampant, which a lot of people are thinking inflation might go rampant, right? I mean, we're no longer printing the penny.
No,
so
we're not.
Eventually what's going to happen is that, like we're going to start going into nickels, and later on it's like, hey, the dollar is probably going to be the lowest denomination in 10, 15 years or so. And we're no longer going to need pennies, and it's going to be a relic. We're no longer going to need quarters later on or something. I think as money continues on adding into with the inflation and everything, it's like, okay, imagine this: if you're locked in for a payment of like $300 of course you're paying it over 50 years and stuff, but later on, let's say minimum wage is going to be $50 or something. It's like, I want to pay 30 bucks. I want to pay 300. Hell yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
So that might be the off play. If you get a really low interest rate for a 50-year, you get a really low interest rate.
Yeah.
You're probably set. You're probably good. I would switch from a 30-year to a 50-year if the interest rates are a lot lower. Because then during that time, if you know interest rates are low, you can also, I mean, I was telling you about stable coins earlier. It's like, okay, cool. If my interest rate gets pushed down to like 3%, I'm just going to go into, yield.
Interesting.
Literally find something with the extra capital that's going to generate you more than 3%. You have your ARB.
That's actually pretty practical advice. Yeah, that's good advice. This is why I have him on here. I'm the max retard. That's interesting.
I mean, think of it this way. Whoever was able to get those like the super preferred loans, which are like 3.25%, right?
Yeah.
If you go on Coinbase right now, Coinbase is giving you like what, 5% or so on USDC. So instead of paying that additional extra on the house, it's like you pay the basic premium. Let's say you pay your minimum, the extra whatever you have left over, you throw it into 5%. You generate 2% extra, like almost 2% extra over time. That kind of pays off because you're stuck in a fixed rate unless you're in a variable, which you're probably gonna get screwed.
Yeah, the only debt that I have right now, which I'm Cuban, so we don't like debt. We're weird. We're kind of like special in the head because we're scared. I just have 0% interest loans. That's it. I just have a bunch of 0% interest, like introductory rates that I rotate.
Those are good because then you just rotate them into it.
Yeah, that's all I have. But what would you say is the magical number? Like, what's the maximum you would hunt for in terms of interest rates? If you're trying to get like a house or something big.
I mean, you look at it in terms of if you're paying it off in 30 years, the max, I mean, it depends on you, right? Like some people are more risk adverse, some people are less. You just look at market rate and see if whatever you qualify for. But at the same time, it's like, are you able to pay that off? And you also got to look at like the majority of houses, especially mortgages, whenever you're buying it in the beginning, you're paying off nothing but interest. It's like barely any principal, any principal. Until after like, I would say like the 10-year mark or so. It depends on like the loan that you get and how you do your amortization and stuff. But yeah, the first 10 years, like you're paying and it's like, bro, I'm paying like 5K for the house. Like, why is it only going down like $50? Right? The payoff code is going down very, very low. Yeah. But after you pay that back and stuff, it's, it starts speeding up and everything. I would say, yeah, still find something that you're going to be comfortable with, because look at it this way. Let's say later on inflation is 4%. Let's say we somehow lose it. And it's like inflation is 4% or so per year, right? Inflated. If you have a 5% loan, right, that's fixed. Over time, that inflation is going to eat away over at that loan.
Right, of course.
Because the value of money is going to go up and continue on going up if you do keep up with inflation and make more money on top of that.
That's why it's better to rent instead of buy.
Kind of. I mean, depends.
You could just outpace whatever burn you have on the property with the stock market. But you
also look at supply, right? So if you're going with market rates, it depends on where you want to live, right? If you are renting, I'm not gonna lie, owning a house sucks sometimes, right? If you have to fix, let's say the water heater broke or something, cool, that's you. There's no one else. But if you're renting, there's certain amenities that aren't your problems, so you don't have to worry about making sure that you have to fix it and stuff.
Right.
So there are luxuries for it. The other side is also, you can up and move if you want to. Dude, if you're stuck in a 30-year rate, yeah, you probably have to pay off the house or whatever, but if you want to move, it's a big hassle, right? If you're going to have to sell the house or you rent it out, all these different things. So you're not as flexible to move. I think that beginning, like for people that are not starting a family, for sure, rent. Because you have more flexibility, you can travel, you can switch locations if you need to. You can switch to, hey, I want to go to a different hub, right, to find better work or something. If you're a house, you're kind of stuck until you sell that house. Or at the same time, it's like, you're now stuck also in a 30-year agreement. So it is a commitment.
Yeah, at the same time, though, a lot of people don't invest in the first place. So the reason that people always recommended buying a house in the first place was because if you're not going to be investing, you might as well own a house.
I think that it's for stability, right? Like if you own a
Right.
house and you pay it off, you don't have to worry too much.
Dude, look at the
But
Zcash chart. Bro, it's
whoa.
pumping.
Did it go? Was it
Wait,
like
something happened. Check
620?
the news. Check the news. What happened? Why is this pumping so
Nothing.
much?
It just pumps.
Dude, it's like running right now.
Who did
Is Bitcoin
accumulation
running?
on this? No, Bitcoin's not running at all.
Yeah, it kind of is actually.
A
Little bit. It bottomed a little bit. It did.
I don't think it bottomed yet.
At
Nvidia
least-
started. That's why.
Damn, 656, dude. This thing is running right now.
Nvidia pumped. That's why.
Holy crap. Zcash is pumping like crazy. I told you to log it, Michael.
You did.
You know how many times I've told him to long Zcash? In the past like 5 days, dude, I've been yapping at this guy's ear. I've been yapping at everybody on these live streams to just buy Zcash.
So Zcash might do pretty well. The only thing is I
What
haven't.
do you mean might?
Okay, so here's the thing about me is that if I haven't dived into their ecosystem or like figured out how to use Zcash.
Yeah. So the reason their eco started running so much is because for the longest time using Zcash was impossible. And then it was probably some VC or something, but they invented a wallet called Zashi, which actually allowed people to use it very easily. So it's finally actually like very easy to use Zcash. But for the longest time, you just couldn't use it at all. So
I was actually gonna
assume
look at like what wallet.
It was Zashi, Zashi. That's like the big run here. Late to class, massage the like button. Let's go, baby. Everybody has to click the like button here for the gains, the big gains. Michael told me he was going to get a 6-pack by the end of this year. What do you think about that, guys? Do you think it's possible?
Dude, I'm gonna get a keg. It's gonna be a lot better than a 6-pack. More beer.
Hold my beer. Yo, the market's pumping though. Let's go.
Did I just get my handle?
Did you?
I did.
Yeah, your camera died. Thing imploded. Oh, he did. Nice. Look at him. Look at him go. Guys, make sure to follow Michael on X. He's trying to do it. Aave V4 launches onto Tesla. Yeah, look at this cook. Absolute giga chad. People
After
always say
11 years.
It is dumb to pay off a house and we should invest instead, but having a security of a paid off house is pretty huge too. 100%. Yeah. The likelihood, this is why buying a house is probably better than investing into the stock market. Because even if we do make the money on the stock market, we're more than likely going to just waste it in some way or another with some garbage that makes no sense. I mean, it's hard to trust humans with money. We're not very good at it. The average person does not know how to handle money. So the average person absolutely should just get a house. They should just get a house. Because, I mean, why even bother with the stock market? But if you think you've got the quirks, then hell yeah, you should just go ahead and rent. There's no point in owning, because if you think you can beat the yield, then fuck yeah, just do it. Well, nice, you got your handle. So that's cool.
Finally.
All right, boys.
How do I make this capital H?
I don't know. You already requested it. You're cucked. It's over. GG's.
I know, I
Unlucky.
just want to make it capital. That's it.
You're cucked, man. You already got the handle. You got what you got, man. I'm feeling good though. Listen. I have significantly more capital in things that are not Zcash, so I am definitely down today. I'm not gonna lie. But I am feeling good that at least one of my trades went well today. at least one of them went well today. So there's always after every volcanic eruption, there are flowers that do grow from it, and a lot of the time they end up blossoming even more than before the eruption happened in the first place. So we shall see what happens. But that will be the live stream, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm looking forward to doing many more live streams. If this is your first time watching us, make sure you subscribe if you liked what you saw here. We do no BS filter takes. We don't just cover the news. We actually talk about it and give our opinions on it, which I would hope, fingers crossed, people actually do. Your microphones, it's cooked. You're cooked. Michael's cooked. Look at him. He's frozen. But that's pretty much going to be the live stream. I'm going to end it with your frozen frame. That's literally how I'm ending this live stream right now.
Wait, am I frozen?
Yes, you are. All right.
Really?
I'll see you guys later. Stay classy, my friends, and I'll see you all in the next one.